Good evening. Welcome into another episode of Watching. Tonight, we are going to watch a player who I've been playing against since before we were major leaguers. I was drafted by the Cardinals. This guy was drafted by the Marlins. A lot of people know when down in Jupiter, Florida, they share a facility, so the backfields kind of overlap with each other, the Marlins side and the Cardinals side. So for me, the legend of this guy started when his first name was Mike, and he was hitting balls across the street in the backfields of Roger Dean Stadium. So this is the guy we came to see today. Big G, my former teammate, Giancarlo Stanton. He's coming off an insane month of August. It's the best month he's had since his MVP season, which was also August back in 2017. But this month, that just completed tonight, he ended up with a 1254 OPS, which includes 10 home runs. He's been absolutely locked in on the plate, but I felt like when you have a performance like this, it deserves the full treatment. We deserve to go into the details and reveal the context behind the impressive performance. That's what we're going to do tonight. And right before we jump in, we'll just give you the quick backgrounds on Big G. He's 35 years old, born in Panorama City, California, 6'6", 245, one of the true freaks in the history of the game. Tiny little waist, big broad shoulders, by far the hardest bat speed in the game. And what's crazy is he told me he used to swing a lot harder with more effort when he was younger. Went by Mike for a really long time, eventually switched to Giancarlo while he was in Miami. Won the MVP in 2017 with just a crazy season. This is the last time he put up a month that's as good as the month he just put up that we're about to watch. He had 8-point WAR in 2017 with 59 homers, and I can recall him coming to Coors Field, sitting on 59, and us giving him nothing to hit, and him getting very frustrated about that fact. But we were also in the pennant race at that time, 2017. Rocky snuck into that last wild card spot, so we could not allow Big G to beat us, and I remember that was probably frustrating for him. But he did win the MVP. That was the big year that he ends up getting traded to the Yankees, and he's actually been an awesome Yankee ever since then. In my mind, he's put up 11 WAR for the Yankees. He's been an incredible playoff performer, and really the type of guy who's like kind of more of a Zen master than you realize when you meet him. He's a very calm, very thoughtful individual, and that's going to play into a little bit of, I bet, why he's so damn good this month, because it seems like his mental game, his approach has gone to another level. So let's go ahead and watch these at-bats from this month where he put up a 1200 OPS. All right, so what we need to do first is we need to hit the game logs so I can dial in these games really good. Now, he's not going to get a hit every time, but in watching, we watch it all, right? So August 1st is Yankees at Miami. So the return to Miami, where he was at the peak of his powers. First at bat, we're going to watch is actually going to strike out, so let's watch it. All right, well, slider off the corner, doesn't get the call. Slider a little further off the corner. Now, one thing you'll notice about G, and only G and pretty much Judge do this, they don't really get out of the box. They know that they're intimidating dudes, and they just kind of stay in the box even after they take a pitch. They don't take a long stroll around. They definitely give you that feeling of they want to assert themselves in the batter's box when you're facing them. This was actually a very hittable pitch. He's a little bit under it and fouls it straight back. Very dangerous pitch to throw to Giancarlo. Slider, then 1-1 fastball down. Pitcher gets away with it a little bit because he has excellent shape on this 21 vert, basically a negative 1.1. So that's a lot of hop with a little baby cut to it. Here comes a curveball. Doubt he'll double up on the fastball that hittable again. Really good take there. And you see he just stays in the box. Doesn't move at all. I love that.
2-2 coming here from Junk to Stanton. And he swings and misses at a fastball.
Punches out on a fastball down and away off the plate. Now, he does strike out in this at-bat, but let's not forget he got screwed on the first pitch. He just missed the 1-1 pitch. And now he kind of has to swing at a pitch that's kind of borderline away. And he goes down swinging in that first at-bat. All right, second at-bat. Same pitcher, Jansen Junk.
The runner takes off. Here's the throw down to second base. It's
taken all the way as the runner steals on a sweeper first pitch.
Field defense back, 0-1.
Now, based off that last at-bat, I would expect he's hunting fastball. And if there's one thing I know about Giancarlo, he's really good at hunting one individual pitch in that bat. Really good at it. So he gets him here in a hitting count. Definitely on the fastball there. You can see, though, it's such a violent swing. He swings so hard that the front foot pivots wide open. Watch this front foot. He does not get cheated up there with the swing. But I think he was on the fastball there. That's why he's so over that slider. So they're going to double up, but let's see the mistake they make. Yeah, just leaving it in the zone. And you're going to see some impressive exit velos throughout this month. 116 at 19. 409-foot line drive in a ballpark that he's very familiar with hitting home runs in. One of the few guys that makes that place look small. This is a typical, you throw a great slider to get the second strike, and then you go for the even better slider on the third strike, and you end up crapping it down the middle. And Big G is all over that. So that's the first homer we're going to see. Whenever he does that little move where he carries it with one hand, that's when he's got him. All right, so Junk's going to come back and get him. First strikeout this next at-bat. I'm assuming... Oh, man, he gets screwed again. So he's been screwed on the first pitch twice. This is why it's important to watch. Because you're going to look in the box score, you're going to see 2 strikeouts, but you're not going to see that. The count got to 0-1 in unfair fashion. So triple sliders away. Now he's going to come with the fastball. Oof, lucky to get away with that. Again, excellent shape on the fastball. 21.6, so extreme carry on that. And Giancarlo is indeed under it, which makes sense. But, I mean, that's a center cut fastball to a guy who... He can literally squash your ball. Good take again. So he gets the 3-2, the second at-bat, and I would argue he's had 3 pretty good at-bats in this game. And been a little victimized by a tough strike zone. And this pitch is nasty. This pitch gets over his barrel with extreme ride up and on 20.4. So he's going to strike out there. Fourth at bat versus Belotso. This guy's like a craftier pitcher. So he's going to nibble a little bit against Giancarlo. He's not going to have anything to go right at him. Cutter away, paint. Sweeper off the plate away. Going to double up on that sweeper. And he just comes off it a little bit. So early on in the early going, I don't know if he really had it cooking yet on the first day of the month. But you can see Big G is swinging huge to the point where the front foot, you know, he's completely getting decleated. Like, he can't hold his position in the ground. That's how hard he's swinging. So he overswings there a little bit and pops up a pretty hittable slider. And then Bender, this is a tough matchup. See how he hangs in there here. Slider down away. This time gets the correct call for a ball.
He will be pinch run for.
Then a nice sweeper. Sweeper again.
Bender just trying to get him out and get himself his first out.
Perfect sweeper again.
Now what do you do?
And now here comes the sinker.
Going low and away. Maybe another sweeper.
I mean, 98 too. The fact that he pulls that's actually crazy. It tells you he was probably looking for the fastball the whole time. Still hits at 109.3 into the ground. But that's the first game of the month, and we're going to try to run through these a little faster. So then they definitely play again on the second. Goes 1 for 3 here. First at bat, Yuri Perez. So this time he's facing a guy with really good stuff, really hard fastball, probably on the fastball, I would imagine. Yeah, he's all over a high heater. Another 100 and almost 111 mile an hour single. Hit so hard that Grisham can't even score from second. He literally hit this ball too hard. This ball's got a good vertical break on it. So this is already an impressive swing right here. And this indicates a little bit of what's to come. The fact that he's able to lock in on a certain pitch type and shape and execute getting his barrel there. 18 inches of vert is outstanding. Yuri Perez is also throwing 98. So he's got 98 with 18. And then pitch location is up in the zone. Almost to the tippy top. Right? It's almost to the tippy top. So that has very steep vertical approach angle. This should be a very effective pitch in a bubble. And Stanton's anticipating it. And he gets all over it. Stays on top of this ball nicely.
That is ripped into left field.
Kaboom.
Down for a base hit. Grisham will try to...
I mean, he hits the snot out of the ball. All right, so he's going to get out these next 2 times.
Around baseball, dude.
Here Perez.
Here is Giancarlo Stanton.
Slider away ball.
And threw him out by about 35 feet.
Oof.
That's
On the
amazing
fastball
how
again, this one
Giancarlo
actually gets
hit
a little bit
the year
up and in on him.
With the New York Yankees.
I have always felt like he doesn't like the ball in on him very much. Not a good place to be with Big G is anywhere out over, but especially this middle down area. But if you want to be okay in the strike zone, this is probably the place that's remaining is probably the place to be, this yellow. So that's what kind of beats him here. So the ball's just kind of in that location, so he can't quite get to it. He likes to swing with his arms extended, so it's a little tougher for him to stay tight on that pitch than other guys.
The 1-1 to him. That was, remember,
Slider away.
now $325 million is chump change.
Sweeper front door. So clearly not looking for it to start at him. Because if he's looking to hit this pitch, he's going to clobber this. But he's not looking for it, so it locks him up.
Run as a
And
Yankee
then fastball again.
against the Marlins back in Miami.
Hits the crap out of that too. I mean, look what I found by the third baseman. Holy shit. 112.8, 2 degrees. So he stayed on the fastball the entire time. He stayed with his approach, and this time he actually cleared out enough to hit that inside pitch. I think it also helps that it's low. But you got to give him credit for hitting that ball 113. That's a hit almost every time. But hell of a play by the third baseman. All right, so now let's watch this third at-bat versus Enriquez.
And Yuri Perez.
Sandy on the list as well as we get a look at this afternoon's
Slider
Baptist
taken
help.
all the way. It's a tiny little guy throwing cheese.
0-1 pitch to Stanton, and it's quickly
Damn, look at
0-2.
that. That was gas.
Could only imagine.
This guy's tiny too.
The 0-2 grounded softly to short.
So he's probably never faced that guy before. He gets a front door sweeper, then he gets like a 97 mile an hour uphill heater, and then he just has to protect. But he does put it in play. His pitch is below the zone away. He's able to reach out and tap it. And that's it for that game. He did play in the next game as well, August 3rd. Versus Cabrera. Strikeout, strikeout, single, strikeout. So this is
Of his 18 starts,
almost all of his strikeouts came early in the month. And this guy's filthy. This guy actually threw a great start versus the Yankees. I mean, that pitch is down. He gets the call. So he's been victimized a little bit in the early going by bad calls. And then that's just wicked. I mean, Edward Cabrera is some of the best stuff in the game.
1-2.
And then perfectly executed changeup. So nothing you can do about that. You just got dominated. Second at bat. Now the down and in changeup, down and in sinker. This type of movement,
to me from Jack, and I've
like
heard
on
this
this
before
angle,
from Jack
with
over
the
on
sinker or
radio side.
changeup, very effective on
Make it
Giancarlo
a
with his
little
choppy
less-
swing.
Not
But
as
you can't go there too
overwhelming to
often,
try
or
to crawl yourself
he'll
out of
turn
this
and
hole.
burn
They
you.
said
He'll
we
kind of
got
clear
20
out the
weeks.
hip.
yeah.
Be one game better. Games, let's go
But yeah,
4-2.
that was, to me, that was one area I identified
Swing and
as a
miss,
pretty good
2-2.
area. And
I
clearly he's
loved
having trouble with this
because for
curveball.
myself, I
But
was
even
a-
when he
an
misses it,
extra
you know, he
player.
doesn't get out. He doesn't show the pitcher any sign of weakness. You know, he misses his ball by a foot.
One to Stanton.
But watch him. He's just like, nope, I'm just going to get right back in the box.
Because for myself, I was an extra.
I feel like that's a very effective mind game to play with a pitcher.
Mike Mordecai certainly.
And then
did
this
in
pitch
the
is a ball. It's
championship
actually a great take, so he gets screwed again. So early in the month, getting screwed a little bit.
Bullpen.
Now Josh
He'll
Simpson.
handle the seventh. It'll begin with Stanton.
Sweeper taken all the way. Be careful throwing that again.
ERA, 2 wins, no losses.
Changeup taking. And then changeup again. Oh, and he's going to get an infield hit.
That is a fair
Wow.
ball. Hit the bag. Infield
Probably the
base hit
slowest
for
hit of
Stanton
his
to begin the
season.
seventh.
62.6 off the bat. And then the little guy's going to face him again. I faced him last night. Enriquez.
Deck.
Slider,
1-0
sweeper.
coming here.
2-0. Here comes a huge hack if he swings. He doesn't get cheated. 2-0. Does not get cheated. 2-0. But you know what? I love that. Because even if he misses it, it's still 2-1. Now it's 3-1. He can get not cheated again. Not looking for that. Looking fastball there.
Enriquez comes to the plate.
Oof. Almost on time for that heater. That's a serious heater. 98-2 from a low freaking slot.
Got him!
Oh, man, that's a nasty slider.
And Enriquez is fired up.
Little guy's gross. All right, so that's it for that. Now we go to Texas. August 4th. Yankees at Texas. So first at bat, Patrick Corbin. Now this is a good matchup for Big G. So you're going to see. There's some matchups like for every hitter in the big leagues. If you watch them day in and day out, they're just tougher than others. And there's some where you're like, oh, this guy, if he makes some mistakes, these balls are going to be awfully loud, and that's the case here. Stanton, Corbin, advantage Stanton at this point. But that's a nice pitch there. 1-2.
This may be the only time
we'll try it again.
Rangers see Stanton.
Another front door sinker attempt. Misses up. Slider.
In
For a while there, Patrick Corbin struck out by far the most guys in the big leagues on sliders. He executed so well. And this camera angle sucks in Texas, so I apologize. It's so high. But Patrick Corbin was the master at throwing his slider all in this area for the longest time. This one, it goes there, but it started a little low, so he doesn't get the swing. And then he's going to try a 3-2 cutter. Stanton spits on that, so there's a walk. Great at bat there. Then he gets intentionally walked the next at bat, and now he's going to face John Gray, my former teammate. He's done for the year now, I believe, with thoracic outlet, so that's not great. So even when you get dotted first pitch paint 96 away like this, I mean, this is a perfect pitch from Johnny. It's absolutely in the corner of the zone. Stanton just stands there. He's like, I'm good. Next pitch. And don't miss over the plate. Oh, he missed over the plate. 115 to center on a line. I mean, it's a handful of guys in the world that can do this ever. 115 at 17 to dead center, 427 home run, and an absolute graveyard of a ballpark. John Gray's hair and beard combo looking majestic, but this is Big G though. He can look bad on one pitch, and on the next pitch, it's just a loud collision.
Takes Langford back, and that one is gone.
So definitely hunting fastballs, I'd say, the first few games of this month for the most part. Punches him out this at bat. Let's see the adjustment. See if it's more sliders. Slider away, take. A lot of first pitch taking too. Not a lot of first pitch aggression to this point. Take.
Home run that hard. And that's a strike. One.
Cold strike. 1-2.
Been a problem. The 1-2 pitch, and he fouls it away.
All right, hanging with him on a good slider. We're gonna try that again.
The 1-2 pitch, a roller foul.
Misses it. It still looks like to me he's on fastball timing, but willing to try to flail at the slider.
The 1-2, and it's in the
a little late on that heater. I slowed him down enough with those few sliders.
Another 1-2, and a swing and a miss.
And then a really good pitch down and away. Just a great spot. And then this at bat is off of Luis Curvelo. Sinker in.
Right in on the hands for ball
Stanton
one.
doesn't flinch. Slider away.
It was the best home month in Rangers franchise history.
Straight up. Okay. At Texas, he got one at bat on the 5th. And then we can go to Houston. Yankees versus Texas. We got one at bat on the 5th. It's probably a pinch hit against Maton. Yeah, and he's got to actually hit into a pretty tough double play here late in this game.
Maton has faced him twice in his career, gotten him both
Breaking
times.
ball away. So it goes to show you, even when you're arguably the best hitter in baseball for an entire month, you're still going to have low moments. You're still going to have moments where you're hitting to double plays or strike out. because that's the nature of this game.
And there's a
Like,
ground ball sharp
I'm
to the
also here to show you
shortstop.
that this
Seager
was
from
the
his
best
knees to
offensive
second one.
performance
On
of the
the
month
first. Double
based on
play!
OPS. And you can see there's been a lot of tough moments here as well. So let's not lose sight of that. I mean, hits a Phil Maton curveball, which is no small feat. Pretty hard here. 94.5 off the end, but still.
And there's a ground ball
And then
sharp
Corey Seager turns it into a double play. So, that's the big ones, though. Sometimes you do something reasonably well, and you get literally nothing for it. All right, so next they play Houston, but what was the date on that? His first one is August 9th. Framber. So, okay, so now he's got the Framber matchup. Interesting matchup here. Two guys who probably face each other a lot. Curveball sinker is a weird combo from a lefty, and it's a hell of a sinker. So we'll see how they battle here.
The 2-0. 3-0, no place.
3-0.
And the 3-0.
All the way there. He gets a good look at a lot of sinkers.
And he walked him. First
Second at bat.
Bases loaded walk in the first inning.
Valdez showing
29th ribby.
A lot of respect to Stanton here.
I think that has to be part
Even
of
when he gets ahead, he goes right to the
right
chase.
here.
What a
Ballinger's gonna be able to
curveball. 3,000
cruise into second,
RPMs.
so.
Framber Valdez is one of my favorites. I don't know what his health looks like. Seems like he's been out there pretty regularly. He'd be one of my top free agents for this year. Change up again.
Only thing
3-1. Let's see this cut on this sinker. It's going to be huge. Oh no, he kind of did not swing as hard. Fouled it off. And then 3-2 curveball. He does not want to come to him with a heater. He's able to lay off of that. So third at bat. This time he's going to get a first pitch sinker, and this is one of his first pitch swinging opportunities. Attempts since we've been watching him this month. He smashes this ball. 105.7 up the middle, 5 degrees. Line drive right at the box. And if you're Framber, you're thinking, he hasn't been swinging at the first pitch. I've got first and second. I'm going to throw a sinker, and I'm going to get a double play out of this big, slow DH. But instead, he keeps the swing really tight, and he just takes it right back up the middle.
Hit sharply, a base hit to left center field. Judge had a hold up.
2 walks and a single, and this is shaping up to be a nice game. He does punch out versus Ort. This is a very different type of matchup with a lot of velocity.
It just is, and he's been swinging the bat well.
Right on right.
And until Judge could play right field, you don't want.
Change up in.
He has made the plays in right field today.
4-seam concussion.
1-2. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, and a sweeper that he should have clobbered. All right, so good game overall, though. 2 walks and a single. I thought he had good at-bats against Framber the whole night. And, he picked a good time to ambush. So that's one of the things that you're going to notice about Stanton as an older player is he really just, he's laying in the weeds. He's picking his spots very well. He's looking for certain things because he knows that his swing is so vicious that he just needs to guess right and kind of, make that right contact just that one time. All right, so that was the 9th, and then he also got 2 at-bats on the 10th. So he came in late in this game to face Bennett Souza, man on first, down. Also, he's shown a propensity to pinch hit this year pretty well, which is not usual for him because he's been an everyday player his whole career. But Yankees are in a little bit of a situation where Judge can't play the field, and so that's limiting how much Stanton can start.
And there's a base hit off the bench.
So it looks horrible on one slider, then gets a more handleable, more manageable slider, 105.7 to the pull side. So the ability to see a pitch one time, and then recognize it that second time and not miss it. We've seen that a few times already. Fastball down.
Right. Grounded foul, 1-1.
Way in front of that. That down and in spot, if you can get there sometimes, it's pretty good.
2-1.
Fastball up. Fastball middle.
2-2.
So not looking for that, I guess. And then another fastball.
Strike
Yeah,
three.
G not looking for
Stanton down
fastballs
one.
there. So he's
Yankees
okay,
down
and
their
this is
final
another
out.
thing. He's okay getting out because he was wrong with his approach in the at-bat. He's not going to waffle back and forth the whole game. The whole at-bat. He's not going to be like, oh, he's going to throw me this, oh, he's going to throw me this, oh, he's going to throw me this. A lot of guys try to do that. Stanton doesn't try to do that. He just sits there, knows what he wants to hit, waits for it. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. More often than not, I think that's the approach. So he gets punched out there. And then we're done with Houston. We do Minnesota. And this is where he starts to really catch fire. Minnesota, August 11th. All right, versus Zebby Matthews. This is the first at-bat versus this guy. I don't think he's ever seen this guy before because he's a rookie. Curveball down.
Anything on the inner half that doesn't get
Change
off
up
the
in.
plate. Everybody's swing.
And
Cutter
the strike
middle.
Stanton 2-1.
Behind the ball.
And then back to the curveball.
With the barrel on it, it's going out of here.
And he
going
smacks
out
it
of
through
the
the left
infield,
side.
hit so
So
hard,
he sees
a
the pitch
single
one
for
time, second time he sees it right on time. You could probably already tell that they're shying away from challenging him based on the first 4 pitches of this at bat.
Barrel on it, it's going
You
out
know,
of
he
here.
gets curveball, changeup,
Everybody's
cutter,
behind the
curveball.
ball.
So let's see how that progresses
The barrel on it.
in this series. Second at bat versus Matthews. Now he is anticipating the force team. Oh, you're going to throw me the pitch I haven't seen yet. And he's on time for 98. 109 to the oppo field. 29 degrees, basically 400 feet. And I love it. He made a very good educated guess on this pitch, and he wasn't wrong. And that's awesome to see. You know, he got 4 non-fastballs the first at bat. Handled that situation well. Comes out the second time. You know, knows that the guy throws 98. And doesn't quit on that. And just meets this ball nicely.
High fly ball, deep right center, Buxton back.
Strongest dude ever. All right, so the third time Matthews is finally going to strike him out. Let's see what
Just
happens.
like that, Stanton will lead off, and Rice will follow him.
Takes all the way on the slider.
He's only been over 90
Comes the
pitches in
changeup.
one start this year. You got to go back to May 30th. So
Comes
he's a
swords
guy
in
that's
there.
usually
And then another slider. So
See, you know,
he only
he's
saw
giving
one
up the solo
fastball
homers,
in this
and
game
that's
from
why
the
he doesn't
starter,
have
and
the
he
lead,
freaking launched it. So he strikes out there, and then Ramirez.
So here's Stanton.
Ooh,
First and second,
Erasmo.
one out.
You made a good point.
Cutter away, and here comes a sinker off that cutter, probably away. Yep. Leaks it middle, but jams him.
Popped up.
So nice pitch
Fitzgerald.
there.
Ground
Stuff
number
running
2.
in on G, still effective. All right, so that was the 11th. 12th versus Minnesota. This is an out-of-control game. Four for 5. Facing Travis Adams.
Here's Stanton.
4-seam strike.
in that position where he's not lunging, he's back. He gives himself so much more time, and you know, if you make a
down.
mistake as a pitcher,
Showing a pretty good ability to
and
spit on the
that's exactly
slider
what he
down
did.
and away. I would say also has been nice to see. A big part of being a great hitter,
he's such a
especially a great power hitter, is knowing how to
It
not
doesn't
swing at
matter what
everything,
part of the ballpark they leave.
and where teams are going to try to get you to chase and
Giancarlo
resisting
Stanton.
that. This was a wicked pitch though, right here. 2-1. Sliders, pitches, cutters, pitches,
Part of the ballpark
strike for an awfully
they
long
leave.
time before it isn't. So good pitch there. Slider off that very common tunnel, but he overcooks it, so makes it obvious that's a ball. We go back to the cutter. Survives that pitch.
I would assume.
I think
He's
they
going to
do.
get another one.
That
And this
one
one's
is
more
ripped
hittable.
into left center field.
And
In the gap and up against the wall.
114.7 at
Stanton's going
14.
for
So
two, and he
um,
won't make it.
you can see already, like,
You know, sometimes
if
you
you
just
throw him a
laugh
pitch
because
and he
balls are
just
hit
misses
so-
it and fouls it off, or it's a very quality pitch, and then you throw a more hittable pitch of the same type to Stanton right after that, that's the one that's getting
Soon.
I
smacked.
think they do. That one is ripped
Pitch is
into
just
left
more
center
hittable than the
field.
previous pitch, so
In the
really
gap
good
and
one-pitch
up against the
adjustments.
wall.
Now that tells me if I'm facing him, I have to stick and move a little bit more. I can't double up without being really sharp on the second rep.
To be in the box too.
All right, second at bat versus Adams. Another first pitch to get screwed on.
First baseman.
Should be 1-0. It's 0-1. Now it takes a curveball.
1-2.
Big swing.
I shouldn't. You're right. 2-2.
Fastball up.
That one gets away.
What's he going to get here on the 3-2?
Not a good defensive club.
That one a broken bat. Looper into left.
Almost gets a hit here. This is a weird changeup. This is where sometimes being so strong hurts you. He gets jammed on this ball, and he has to really pull it in. He's totally fooled. He's really fooled here. He has to pull his arms in.
Not a good defensive
but he does it so well that he actually hits it kind of hard, 90 miles an hour, so it carries out to this left field. All right, third at bat. This is versus Thomas Hatch. I believe this is a former Blue Jay with a good sinker. Sinker strike one. Cutter off that. Wow, great call by the umpire. Slider off that. Everybody goes cutter to slider. It's so predictable. Back to the cutter.
It's almost like making a start, and you can work on all your
Gets the swing. Stanton looking for that sinker for sure. If he fired at that. Now here's the slider. Hangs it down the middle. You don't get to hang it down the middle after those good pitches. So again, they go from least hittable to most hittable. Very, 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 very bad formula for getting Stanton out. This ball's clobbered, but look at the mistake. Just a middle down spinner in the zone. At no point did they go inside to keep him from diving out over. At no point did they throw anything really honestly over the plate with spin until that pitch. So he was able to just kind of be comfortable, lean over, and then that pitch was just a sitting duck as it came to the plate. Man, so cool. All right, and then he's going to get Hatch again here.
Now it was Fitzgerald that took the throw, so you score at 5-6-3 if you keep the score
all the way.
Yeah.
You don't know about that.
Very selective with his first pitch ambushes. Big taker a lot of the time.
Knocked down by Julian, but it's going to be a base hit for Stanton.
Put away goes the other way, gets rewarded with a hit for putting it in play. Then he's going to get another at-bat versus Funderburg. Change up down. Change away, so he's in an 0-2 hole. Let's see how he digs out of that.
They used to kill us.
Either up. Slide her down.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Change up down. All right, here's the payoff. Out front, so looks like he's on a little bit harder timing than that. Still maybe fastball timing, but they're going to double up on the changeup. So once again, one pitch adjustment, you bet. Every time that you think that you've got Stanton out because he takes an awkward swing to foul a ball off or miss a ball to get to 2 strikes, and then the team doubles up, the pitcher doubles up, but leaves it a little bit more hittable, he has smashed every one of those pitches in that scenario. And unfortunately for the opposing pitchers, that's happened now, what, like 5 times that we've seen already? So, really good adjustment, stays back, just touches it, 111 to the other field. In fact, he gets a single, hits his ball 111 off the wall and gets a single. So, continuing to look great. So that was the 12th. 13th, he goes 1 for 4. Okay. This was Joe Ryan. Now, this is a tough matchup. Really tough matchup for him. I was actually at this game. He deserved, actually, with the quality of contact, to hit a home run in this first at-bat. So, called strike on a dotted sweeper, and then a ridiculous running sinker thing. The other direction, whatever. That got to 1-1. And then he murders this sweeper. 108.4 at 29. That should be a home run, but it doesn't carry, so he must have top spun it a little bit. Joe Ryan went into prayer mode on the mound after he threw this pitch. And his prayer was answered. I don't know. Did Stanton grab the bat? Did he think he got it? No, he wasn't sure. So there's a man who's hit a lot of home runs. Got over 400 of those things, so he knows what it should feel like. So I thought he did enough though. 108. And then this at bat, he does get kind of dominated by Joe Ryan. But Joe Ryan was on one in this game. So it's going to happen. Also, if you could design a pitcher in a lab to face Stanton, it might be Joe Ryan. Got a huge repertoire and really good know-how of what to do. Also, not afraid to pitch in. Good pitch there. Ball 2-1.
Give me another.
Really good slider there. Gets to 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Great take. If I recall, this is a perfect pitch.
Swing and a miss. Got him
Well,
on
just
the
kind of
fastball.
gets above the barrel with his low release. And then he's going to get him again here. See, Joe Ryan, tough matchup.
And a strike to Stanton.
We were
Splitter.
for the grip. It's well protected.
Gets the fastball.
Yeah, and just
And that
overwhelmed him there. But he makes something out of nothing in this game with getting a hit off Topa here, who's another guy who's going to pitch him sinker in all day.
People close out games that they have leads in.
So this is the guy that you would bring in to face Stanton,
High leverage guy.
typically, on the matchup card. But he's going to come out of it with a hit, so let's see how he does it.
2-1 pitch.
3 sinkers in a row, then a sweeper.
Caused a lot of extra work for me.
Foul back. The losing side for the Yankees is De Los
Backdoor
Santos.
sinker attempt here. Emergency hack stays alive. Nicely done.
Stayed away
We're going
from
to
the
double up on
sweeper.
that. Doesn't get it. Great
just
take.
missed.
Nice eyes.
Starting
Sweeper
it in
off
the
that.
plate and breaking over the inside corner.
Line
And
drive.
just
to base hit to
unbelievable
left
crate
field.
coverage. Great at bat.
So
Topa
Stanton
threw a
goes
lot
up
of
to
really
start
quality
it off.
sinkers to
Send
both
out the
sides.
pinch runner for him in all
Sweepers to both
likelihood.
sides.
A leadoff
Stanton
single
read
for
them
the
all.
Yankee right
Hung in
field.
on them all. 107 with the line drive. And this is something that when he's going bad, he's not gonna get this hit in his 4th at bat. But he's become so good mentally at controlling himself. It's so impressive. So that was the 13th. And then after that, he didn't play really until the 19th at Tampa Bay. So this is good. This will speed up this process a little bit. I think these were the games I was in the yes desk for. So he goes homer off Boz this first at bat. This was the 3rd home run in a row, by the way, that the Yankees hit. 98 up. 98 away. Again, he's just measuring it. 98 again, and this time Stanton says, "Okay, I got something for that. I'll just take it the other way with a nice, clean swing." 104-4 to the opposite field at Steinbrenner Field. So, home run there. I mean, such an easy swing. Let's just watch that again from first base side because it's so easy. All he has to do is touch it. Second at bat, he's going to draw a 4-pitch walk. So this is where Boz was starting to lose it. And, you know, he doesn't try to do too much here. He makes him throw the ball over the plate, and he can't do it. Sometimes you got to take that approach as a hitter. Because walks are a big part of getting the OPS where it was for this month as well. Gets lucky there as that pitch is a strike. But here's a at bat for Seymour.
20 doubles.
Change up down, taken all the way. Then he's going to get a fastball.
With a homer and a walk tonight.
Kaboom.
Fly ball to right, all the way to
Just
the
gets it up in the air to right field. See you later. 103-4-35. Second home run of the game to the opposite field at Steinbrenner. All he's got to do is touch it. So that's the second homer. And then Seymour again. He had a hell of a series this series because this is a 2-homer night, and then you'll see what he does in the next game off the bench.
Yeah, the third.
All right, kind of gets beat, chops that one
I'm not sure.
to Junior Caminero. So then we got to go to the 20th. And he got exactly one at-bat in this game, and it's against Pete Fairbanks, and he puts together a hell of an at-bat here in the 10th inning to basically win the game for the Yankees. Fairbanks, tough matchup.
And the pitch.
Fastball in, 97. Fastball middle, 97 with cut. It's kind of on it, kind of not. 1-1 count. Here comes the banger slider, the death ball that he throws. Great take. This ball actually backs up. Actually kind of slightly backs up a little bit. Ends up inside. But he doesn't give it a second thought. Takes it all the way. Beautiful take. And I think there's another one here. Yeah, back-to-back really, really good takes on the slider.
Career against Fairbanks.
And then that allows him to try to measure this four-seamer. Four-seam down, really, really good pitch with angle to it. Chops that one. Fairbanks goes back to the slider. Survives that one. And then here comes the fastball. And watch this swing. Inside, where he doesn't like it, but he's on time at 108.1, and that's off the bench. That's as a pinch hitter. It's extremely hard to do. So this is a whole nother level of his game. And honestly, it's all mental. Like, the physical ability has never been doubted. It's always been a one-of-one type of player. But, you know, there's been times where he's wild swinging. Maybe he's sitting on the wrong thing. Maybe he's getting himself out. You know, like every other player, they go through it. But through this stretch, if you notice, he's had really good takes. He's not swinging at too many bad pitches. He's not getting flustered by bad calls. Not getting flustered by bad swings. He's just adjusting. He's reading the situation. He's computing the information, and he's adjusting very, very fast. And in this at-bat, you know, by the time he gets to the 7th pitch, he's got a pretty good read on Fairbanks' fastball and slider. And he just keeps his swing about as short as he can keep it here, so he can beat him to the spot of the inside part of the plate. And again, off the bench. So just supreme focus, supreme level of locked in. Very impressive. I mean, talk about locked in. All right, so that was the 20th. Then we got an 0 for 4, 1 for 4, and then he picks it back up in these two series, in these couple games. So we'll watch these last 3 games where he gets some hits. The 23rd, the 24th, versus Boston. First at bat. So this is Crochet.
Here's Stanton. Pinch hit yesterday.
Crochet's the one of the only dudes that's going to go right at him for the most part. Cutter and fastball combination. Very, very impressive from Crochet, obviously. And you can see Stanton's swings are not as aggressive early in this first at bat, although that's a nice take. And he ends up punching him out with a fastball in. But then the second at bat, again, he processes that information. And what does he do with the first fastball he gets? He's on time. Another great swing, utilizing the dimensions of Yankee Stadium. 103.729 to the opposite field. And that's another homer, and that's off of a guy who's very likely to win or be the runner-up to Cy Young. Third at bat, he does strike out, so let's see how Crochet gets him. Cutter middle.
It'd be easy, right, with the microphone?
Yeah.
Sweeper off that, pulled foul. Yep, not on that timing. Stick with that pitch and throw a better one. Really good pitch by Crochet. So, and then Weiser gets him as well. Another tough matchup with the old sweeper sinker combo. So again, just want to drive this point home for kids who might be watching and want to understand, you know, what the day-to-day of baseball is really like.
First look.
He's had some tough at-bats in here. He's had some failure. He's had more than his fair share of failure. And that's in the month where he leads MLB in OPS. So Just understand that the failure is all part of it. You take it in stride, and you get yourself to the next pitch. You know, you win the next pitch, and the more pitches that you can win over the course of the month is going to define you. Over the course of the year, is going to define you. Not one pitch and one at bat or whatever. You're not going to win them all, but you gotta focus on them all and try to grab as many of those wins on pitches as you can. So yeah, so this punched out here with a nasty pitch by Weissert. That's going to happen. Yep, and then the August 24th game. Okay, facing Dustin May, who I watched a little bit on the stream last night. Sunday Night Baseball here. Cutter down middle.
For the outfield and one for infield.
So that's it.
Sinker up in, but again, doesn't move at all. Just stays in the box, stays locked in. I love that presentation to the pitcher. I love that. He's in it. He's in the fight from the beginning. Doesn't need any breaks. He's just in it. Also, unbelievable take on a sweeper there. He's been getting super lucky. Not lucky, but he's been getting super unlucky with some bad calls, but yet he stayed disciplined. Pitches off the plate for the most part. He's not swinging at him. And this is a nasty sweeper. Another sweeper. Goes out and gets it. And they'll smack it up the middle. His off the end crappy ground balls are still 93-3. That's another nice thing about him. He just hits the ball so hard that his miss hits are still pretty good. Ooh, good pass at a first pitch cutter. Probably a sweeper off that. Yep. Let's see what happens here. And then he hits it so damn hard that it burns Eaton there in center. 117-8 at 12. So another classic sequence, and maybe he's starting to catch on to this. Maybe other guys are starting to catch on to this. A lot of righties are going cutter sweeper. Well, lefties too, but cutter and then immediately to the sweeper. They get action on the cutter. They're like, oh, he's going to chase the sweeper, thinking those two pitches will tunnel a little better before the sweeper slides further away. But you know what? He doesn't get the ball where he needs to get it here on the on the second pitch here, and Giancarlo's all over it again. Also, not too many guys in the league that can hit a ball that hard on a line to burn the center fielder like that. But that's what he does. Let's watch him from this angle for a second. Nice swing. And then Bernie gets him.
He made 71 starts
with so many players that can change positions.
You can hit. Oh boy.
First slider.
Kind of set. Rafaela free to go play center.
Change up in.
Here. The 2-1.
Change up down.
During the regular season.
He didn't debut this year until June 16th.
Yeah, and a good pitch. So you can make your pitchers pitches on him, but you cannot make a mistake middle down with something soft, and you cannot double up with a pitch and make the second version of the pitch worse than the first version of the pitch. That is very obvious. And then we're just going to watch this last game because he kind of did have a rough series versus the White Sox to finish out the month, but it didn't matter, obviously. He's got a good shot at player of the month. But we'll watch this last game versus Washington, August 26th. And Gore is facing Mackenzie Gore, another really tough pitcher. So night in, night out, you see the quality of arms that these guys are facing. It's another point that I think this series, the watching series, when I look at the hitters, it really drives home the difficulty of hitting in the big leagues. You see the challenges that they face every night, the different matchups, the different type of pitches, all the velocity, all the breaking balls. Like there, Mackenzie Gore, nice curveball below the zone. Stanton's a little out front on it. That's why he doesn't hit that ball harder. Pops it up. Second at bat. So he got him out with breaking ball first at bat. But Mackenzie Gore known for an outstanding fastball from the left side. As you can see, 96.4 with pretty good vertical on it. About 17 there. Ready to hit there. Just misses it. But you see, he doesn't get cheated. 2-0. He does exactly what you're supposed to do. There's no half measures with Giancarlo. 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. He's coming for blood.
Big rip there from slams for Stanton.
He's coming to dent the baseball. Put her down in, good take. This is the challenge heater on bases loaded. Ooh, fortunate to get that one back. Just looked like kind of an off-balance pass a little bit here by Stanton here. That's the 3-2 curveball. Oh, middle down again. Slow stuff, middle down. Just misses a grand slam. 101.6 at 23 off the left field wall. Yeah, nice swing, man. Just cannot hang a breaking ball in the bottom half of the zone to this man this month. Just cannot. Beautiful swing. And then we'll wrap it up with a home run versus Ribalta, and then we'll break down the swing a little bit. We'll look at some of the swing metrics, and we'll call it a night from watching. Because he's putting on a show that this is going to be home run number 10 of the month. Sinker, sinker. Way above that pitch, so let's see how he adjusts as the at-bat goes on. Slider down. Definitely seems like he is more geared towards the top of the zone in this at-bat so far. But he'll probably adjust off that. Change up down. He's gotten everything down so far.
Here's a 2-2.
Sinker down, but good take. Holds up nicely. And then slider. Let's see if this is another spinner in the middle down. I mean, I sense a pattern. I sense a pattern. Don't throw a spinner middle down to Stanton, especially after he's seen 4 or 5 pitches in an at-bat. Just incredible. 112.7, 451 feet, 28 degrees. All right, so let's watch the swing. Because a lot of these have been similar, and so this is a good pitch to look at because it's a low pitch. All right, so the first thing is the setup. All right, you can kind of see it from the broadcast cam. So the initial setup for Stanton, and he's been doing this probably going back to the MVP year, is when he used to be more square to you, more linear to you, but now he starts cocked where he's closed. So he has a closed stance, and then from there he's going to go to neutral or even sometimes beyond into a little bit of an open. But at least he starts closed, knowing that he's going to do that with his swing. And he kind of likes to use like the center of his body mass to kind of like propel his arms out and around. Like if you've ever held like a rope with something heavy on the end of it and just like swung it around in a circle, that's like kind of the feeling that he gets on his club. Like, and by club I mean his bat, like his barrel, as he kind of steps open and uses his big long arms to get him out and around. And then it's just a whoosh motion. So he uses all that whip action to fire the barrel as hard as anybody in the league. But it all starts with a closed setup, and he even likes to tuck the shoulders closed as well. And I think for him, one thing I've heard him talk about is how he just feels like his eyesight, like he's just getting a direct, look at this pitcher. And he kind of like cocks his head in a way where the helmet's here, and he can just kind of see right down that range, like he's aiming at the pitcher through a barrel of a gun or something. And he just feels like he has a really clean look at where he wants that release point to come out, and so he can pick up the spin or whatever he's looking for. So he starts closed. And let's see the initial moves. So that's all it is. He starts here. The initial move is all he does is just take his bat off his shoulder and move his foot back. I mean, barely at all. Hold on, let me get a pen here. Barely at all. You watch this. That foot. So it barely moves. Back gets off the shoulder. And then from there, all he does is he takes a straight step forward. Not very long, though, which is key. He doesn't overstride. That's all the stride is. From there to there, that's minimal. And he just delivers the boom as short as he can. Now, he still has a very long swing. Actually, it's the longest in the game, but it's also the most violent in the game. And I think he's eliminated a lot of his moving parts that he had earlier in his career. He used to be a little more squatty. He had a leg kick at one point. his hands were in a little different spot. But right now, he's just trying to keep it super, super simple. One guy that I think I used to watch growing up that had a similar swing to this guy in terms of the setup was Paul Molitor. He would just rest the bat on the shoulder, and then simply the pitch would come, and he would just kind of raise it up and then go deliver the hands directly to the ball very efficiently. And that's what Stanton tries to do here. And also, it does a very good job of extending. You can see how extended his arms are. A lot of people have a lot more flexion in their arms as they swing through. His are fully extended. But you can also see the length in his swing. So at times, he'll be able to go get a changeup, you know, way out front, like way up here somewhere. And like this pitch he makes contact out front, like right here. And that's a product of having that longer swing. And when you throw that slow stuff down middle, even if he's a little out front, the extension he gets allows him to kind of clip that ball at the perfect angle at the bottom of the zone. So that's what you see here. So that's what the swing looks like from the side. And let's hop over to Baseball Savant, take a quick look at his metrics, and then we'll wrap up the video. So this is just his season metrics. He doesn't qualify because he started off the year hurt. But if he did qualify, he's red in every single category that matters. And the ones that he's blue in are the ones you would expect, like whiffs and strikeout rate, because he misses balls in the zone because he swings so big. Also interesting to see that he's only squaring up 20.7% of his balls, but that's more than enough. That's literally more than enough, though. So let's go look at his swing path and attack angle as the last piece to this. We need 100 swings. And then we need Stanton. All right, so this is the last piece to this. So attack angle, 11 degrees. MLB average is 10, so that means he's pretty flat, but he's got slight loft compared to others. And then the attack direction is actually 7 degrees pull, and I think a lot of that is the way that he starts closed and then steps open, trying to catch the ball out front. So that contributes to that 7 degrees pull. I don't think it really matters because he's obviously shown the ability to go oppo as well. But yeah, he really wants to get the head of that bat moving at that elite rate before it collides with the ball, which would take place mostly out front of his body. And then the swing path, like I said, he is a little more flat, a little more choppy, little more square with the shoulders than the average major leaguer. The average major league now is 32 degrees, this number down here. And he comes in shallower than that at 28 degrees. So that gives him a little bit more of a chance to hit some pitches more up in the zone and more in on him, despite his swing length being so robust. So that's a little bit of his swing metrics. Obviously, the biggest one is bat speed. He's literally number one in the game at 80.5, the only guy to break the 80 mile an hour barrier, which is crazy because O'Neal Cruz hits the ball as hard as anybody, and he's almost a 2 full mile an hour advantage over O'Neal Cruz. So even though Big G is 35, he has not lost anything physically. And to wrap it up, he is sitting at 46.7 WAR into his age 35 season. And I guess the big question is Hall of Fame or not. He's sitting at 446 home runs, so very likely he gets to 500. There's no steroids on this guy. He actually used to be a good fielder back in the day. It'd be nice if he could get a championship. I also think it'd be nice if he could sustain his current level of play for parts of the next few years. That would kind of drive the point home. But active leader in home runs, 446. He will get to 500 more than likely. So we have to appreciate this guy while he's still around. Giancarlo Stanton. So that's my video on him. You watched him hit in August. He had the highest OPS in the month of August, coming in at a robust 1,254. And as you saw in the video, there was some failure in there, and there was a lot of success, but it all comes kind of hand in hand as a hitter. And that's something that you have to come to terms with over the time that you play professional baseball, or really every level of baseball. It's more of how you process the failure, whether it be at-bat to at-bat or even pitch to pitch, and how you bounce back for it. Stanton showed a great ability this month to adjust at bat to at bat and pitch to pitch. Very rarely did he get beat the same way twice, whether within a game or within an at bat. So to me, that's the big key, and that's the biggest takeaway. Everybody uses their tools a little bit differently. I think he demonstrates how he uses his a little bit, which is not getting cheated with that swing. So when he does make contact, he can inflict maximum damage, and he just lays in the weeds and looks for the pitch that he wants to hit, and he doesn't try to play the whole back and forth game. So there's a lot to be learned from that. If that's the skill set that you possess, top end of the scale power, the big things that you need to learn how to do are control the strike zone and how to, put as much control into that violence as you possibly can. And that's where Stanton's at these days. So it's very impressive to watch. And thanks for hanging with me on watching. I want you guys, if you can, please help me out. Like, subscribe, comment on these videos. I know I've been making a lot of videos that had to do with the Mets recently. That's sort of a coincidence with the pitchers that came up. But I'm going to try to spread these around. There's always a lot of great players to watch, a lot of great players to go check out why what they're doing is working, and gain a little context. So I hope you enjoy it. Also, keep a lookout for the live streams. I live stream at some point every single day. For me, that's the best thing that I do on YouTube because people get to kind of interact with me through the chat and kind of help me produce the show. Tell me what they want to look at. A lot of cool topics come up. It's very free-flowing, and it's a nice little community that's starting over there. But at the same time, watch the videos, continue to watch the videos, comment, like, subscribe, all that sort of thing. Tell your friends. I hope you guys enjoy the content. I'm doing my best to keep pumping this stuff out. Even if it's a little tedious like tonight, I really enjoy it. I feel like I learned a little bit by watching all of that. So if you do too, then stay tuned right here. All right. Thanks a lot. See ya.